Back live for your daily dose of sales and marketing, where it's my mission to give you a daily strategy on how to increase or do a better job with your database marketing and generate more listing opportunities. And today we're going to be talking about bulletproofing, how to bulletproof your follow-up. And one of the things that we teach here in the Ren community is a 7-step sales strategy designed to help you increase your lead conversion. And those 7 steps are building rapport, building value, creating urgency, trial close, overcoming objections, follow up, and tracking your metrics. And so today I want to talk about follow up because if you look at our industry as a whole, we talk a lot about lead generation and how important lead generation is. With that said, there's not as much conversation happening around lead follow up as I think there should be. I think there's a few influencers out there and some people that are starting to talk more and more about it because we've realized how important it is. And really, at the end of the day, I think a huge part of your business plan for 2022 needs to be what lead follow-up systems you're putting in place and what channels of follow-up you're using. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that today, is just talk about not only the importance of follow-up, but like step-by-step strategies that you can kind of start thinking through to be able to be successful with your follow-up. And just to kind of take you back on my backstory, when I first started, when I took over as the CEO of our brokerage locally here in Rochester, one thing I noticed that we were generating a lot of leads, and but they weren't converting, and we were spending all this money, and I was extremely frustrated at all the money being spent versus the conversion that was happening. And I just began asking the question, why is this happening? What are the reasons this is happening? And I went out and I watched all this. I went out kind of like on an exploration to look at all these different coaches and consultants that were talking about lead follow-up. And I noticed that there was a ton of awesome follow-up plans, like coaching and the consulting, talking about follow-up. There's like a lot of great follow-up plans, but I came back into the real world, and it just seemed impossible to implement all of these follow-up plans and to be able to do these touches the right way and have it automated to the point where you could execute on it. And I found that extremely frustrating. And so I think that there was a shock there. The other thing that was really frustrating was not really understanding, having a true understanding of when leads actually convert and how they convert. And this is something I think is so important for our industry, because I think a lot of real estate agents, when they go and purchase leads, they have this perception in their mind that these leads are going to be ready to do something. They're going to be ready to transact. And with most lead generation programs, that's just not the case. And that doesn't make the leads bad. We just have to understand the psychology of how the leads convert. So, and I think most importantly, we have to understand that before we purchase the lead. So a couple of key tips when it comes to lead generation and lead follow-up that I just want to give you really quick here today is, number one, before you purchase the leads, ask this question. Okay, what is the average conversion time frame of these leads? Okay, very, very important. So you have C, B, and A leads in our industry, broadly speaking, and whether it's a social media lead or Google PPC or a Zillow lead, they have different conversion rates. And I don't have time to go over that on this video. But traditionally speaking, like most social media leads, as an example, 70 to 80% of them are 6 months out from actually converting. So that just means you need really, really good follow-up systems to put in place, okay? And if we don't, then we're going to kind of be really frustrated with this process. Now, the exciting part is most of your colleagues, most real estate agents, are not going to take the time to put in good follow-up plans, all right? And here's what I want to leave you with this. You have to automate as much of your follow-up plan as possible and then engage strategically. Automation is not designed to replace yourself, but it's designed to give you leverage. And then when people raise their hands, you can step in and engage. And so here's some things to think about is going into 2022 to bulletproof your follow-up. Number one, speed to lead is important, but developing relationships is even more important. Okay. In other words, you have to have a 2-week, like a 2-week plan to really engage. The next thing is you want to be thinking about is your what your follow-up looks like after that and the frequency of your follow-up. And within that 2 weeks, you should be engaging by text, phone, email, Facebook Messenger potentially, and looking at as many ways that you can engage through as many channels as possible. Then from there, you need to transition into a lead nurturing program, and where it's a long-term program that uses as many channels. Facebook dynamic retargeting is one of them. That's part of your follow plan. Text messaging. I'd encourage you to use video, email. All should be part of that, and considering even postcards, depending on your budget. And then rolling into a 30, 60, 90-day follow-up plan after that. One of the biggest things that I find is a problem in our industry is we'll talk to somebody, but then we don't put them on a fall plan, a good fall plan after we talk to them, or we don't set task reminders to follow up with them properly, and they slip through the cracks. So I think a huge part of your business plan, make a long story short, needs to be effective follow-up systems and ways to explore that, and professionals you're going to connect with to help you explore that. So this is your daily dose of sales and marketing secrets. Isaiah Colton here, where our mission is to help you with your database marketing and to generate more listing opportunities. I hope you enjoyed this very quick, short video. And we're here to help any way that we can. You can go to 10xmylistings.com and you can check out the ways that we can help you with your follow-up plan. I hope everyone has an awesome rest of the day.